Welcome to Invest Ed. So yung ating i-reviewin ngayon or i-analyze is yung company na Vista. Okay? Okay, so ano ba yung matututunan natin sa pag-analyze ng stocks na to? First, history of VLL, about PLL, and technical analysis of Vista and financial report, Okay, kasi isa sa pinaka mahalaga na titignan natin is yung fundamentals na paano nag-invest tayo, okay? So, mayroon tayong criteria, Mayroon tayong criteria pag ina-analyze natin yung isang stocks, So, kapag hindi siya pumasa doon sa ating criteria na tinitignan, so hindi na natin siya pagpapatuloy, hindi natin siya titignan, hindi na natin titignan yung intrinsic value niya and buy or sell ba siya. Kasi automatic na siya na parang sa ating watch list is muna siya, parang itatabi natin kasi nga hindi siya pumasa sa ating criteria, okay? So, pag ano nga ba yung criteria natin, Sa criteria sa financial report natin, so gusto natin makita yung moat niya, management level, kung gaano siya kagaling, mag-manage ng pera, okay? And yung utang niya, kaya niya bang i-sustain or kaya niyang hindi sobrang laki ng utang, okay? Kasi kapag yung tatlong yun check, so magpo-proceed tayo sa another level of analyzation, So pag hindi, so i-stop na natin yung ating pag-analyze kanya kasi natin siya na isasantabi muna kasi habang hindi pa nag-i-improve yung company, habang hindi pa nagre-recover yung company, so isasantabi muna natin siya, Okay? Okay, so kung ready na kayo, see you on the other side.
Welcome guys sa channel natin. So dito, binabahagi ko yung 7 years of experience ko sa pag-trade ng stocks and Forex and also sa pag-invest ko sa stock market. Ang kagandahan pa dito, it's completely free. Ang gagawin nyo lang, i-subscribe at pindutin ang bell button para ma-notify kayo sa mga bagong uploads na lalabas. Okay guys, kapag napindot nyo na, ano ba ang matututunan nyo dito sa channel natin? So dito, nagba-backtest tayo ng strategy, Kung ano yung mga gusto ko yung i-backtest na strategy, comment nyo lang and gagawin natin ng backtest dyan. At binabahagi ko rin kung paano ako nag-i-invest sa stock market using intrinsic value. And then, meron tayong market recap, okay? So, kung may mga gusto kayong ipa-request na stocks, ipa-analyze, so, i-comment nyo lang dyan, and then, igagawa natin ng paraan para ma-analyze natin yung stocks na yan. Okay, guys? At meron din tayong weekly analysis sa ating channel. Okay, sa Trading 101 naman, dito naman, binabahagi ko dito kung paano tayo magsisimula sa pag-trade at ano yung mga kalagahan ng support and resistance. Okay, so dito ko siya binabahagi. So yung the last, yung learn to trade Forex. So dito binabahagi ko kung paano ako nagtitrade sa Forex. Okay, so yung mindset ko sa Forex at sa stocks is pareho lang sa pagtitrade. Okay guys, kung interesado ka sa mga nabanggit ko, please subscribe and see you in the other side.
Okay, Vista or VLL was incorporated on February 28, 2007 as a holding company of the Vista Group, which is engaged in development of residential subdivisions and constructions of housing and condominium units. So, focus nila is residential and, in short, in property, property development. Okay? Okay? So, ano meron kay sa VLL, So, VLL group is divided into horizontal or vertical commercial and other segment. Okay? Okay? The horizontal and vertical segment cater to the development and sale of residential lots and units and residential high-rise condominium. Okay? Okay, so Vista ay meron din siyang, it is a form of subsidiary, So meron siyang mga subsidiaries, si Vista okay? So, unang-una nandiyan sa kanila yung Brittany Corporation, Crown Asia Property Incorporated, Vista Residence, Camellia Homes, and Community Philippines Incorporated, and VLL International Incorporated, and meron silang ownership no, sa subsidiary na Vista Mall. Okay? Okay? So, tumuko tayo sa kanilang website, no? Okay? Kasi ito yung kanilang website, no, ng BLL, okay? So, nakita natin dito, Vistaland post 11.6 billion net income in 2019, no? So, up siya ng 10% na previous year in 2018, no? Okay? So, ito yung mga subsidiaries ni Vistaland, okay? So, first, tignan natin yung mga information ng mga subsidiaries na yan, okay? Okay, first, yung Brittany, no? Brittany Corporation was established in 1993. It caters the high-end market segment in the Mega Manila area, offering luxury houses in master planned communities. Nag-range yung price niya from 9 million and above, no? Okay, next yung Vista Residence. Okay, Vista Residence Incorporated was established on 2009 naman. So, it focused naman on development and sales of residential commercial condominium units. So, yung price naman siya nagva-vary from 1.9 million and 16 million, no? Okay? Community Philippines Incorporated was established in 1991. Okay? So, it offers low-cost, affordable residential properties outside the Mega Manila. And yung price niya nagbabari from 0.8 million to 3.5 million. Okay? Okay, so yung next is yung Camellia. Okay? So, Camellia Incorporated was established in 1977. So, it caters the low-cost and affordable housing segment in Mega Manila, offering houses price between 800,000 to 3.5 million. Okay? Okay, yung last subsidiary is yung Crown Asia. Okay? Crown Asia Properties was established in 1995. So, it is also catered in the middle market housing segment in Mega Manila, primarily offering price between 3.5 million to 9 million, no? Since 1996, Crown Asia Property Incorporated launched its projects under the Crown Asia brand name. Okay? Okay, so this is the information about the subsidiaries of Vistaland. So talaga nakita natin na majority of their portfolio is focused about the property development. Okay? Okay, so alam na natin yung mga subsidiaries ni VLL, no? Yung mga information about sa kanya. Okay, so ngayon, titignan natin dito yung free cash flow ni VLL for the past 5 years. So, bakit nga ba natin inaalam yung free cash flow ng company? Okay? Kasi gusto natin makita kung marami pa ba siyang cash na natitira, no? So, bago niya bayaran lahat-lahat ng pagkatapos niyang bayaran, lahat-lahat ng kailangan niyang bayaran, so, may natitira pang cash, no, sa kanya every year. Okay? So, nakita natin dito, no, from 2015, nagkaroon sila ng negative 4.3 billion free cash flow. And from 2016 to 2019, nakita natin na umaangat na yung kanilang free cash flow. Okay? So, in this case, nakita natin na maganda yung ganitong scenario na every year umaangat yung kanilang free cash flow. Okay? Okay, kasi nakikita natin na free cash flow is a measures of profitability ng isang company, no? Okay? So, ano nga ba ang free cash flow para sa mga investor? Kasi yung free cash flow, dito nila kinukuha yung pagbibigay nila ng dividendo sa mga shareholders nila or pag-expand ng kanilang businesses. Okay? So, ayun natin makita sa isang company na for the past 5 years is puro negative yung kanilang free cash flow. Okay? Okay, so sa madaling salita, kung 100% owner tayo ni VLL, okay? So yung free cash flow para sa atin is ito na yung ating ibabank, no? So sa atin na yan. Okay? Okay, so it's good to know na yung kanilang free cash flow tumataas over the year. Pero titignan natin ngayon kasi ng time na yan, wala pa yung pandemic, no? Wala pang pandemic na nangyari dyan. So, ngayon titignan natin kung gaano kalaki yung effect ng pandemic sa kanya, no? So, titignan natin siya in quarterly basis, no? Okay? Okay, so ito naman yung free cash flow ni VLL in a quarterly basis, no? Okay, so nakikita natin dito, i-compare natin yung present quarter free cash flow nila, second quarter free cash flow to the previous free cash flow in the same quarter, no? Nakikita natin yung free cash flow nila is nasa negative 8.3 billion, while ngayon nasa ano na lang, no? Negative 1.3 billion. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Nakikita natin na nag-i-improve, no? Over the years, nakita rin nag-improve na yung kanilang free cash flow. Pero hindi pa to dahilan, no? Hindi pa to parang malaking amor na talagang it's a good. Kasi negative pa rin, no? Negative pa rin yung free cash flow nila. Okay? So, i-compare din natin siya from previous quarter, no? And to the present quarter, no? Nakikita natin na meron silang negative 4.2 billion in the first quarter, and the second quarter nasa 1.3 billion na. So talaga nakita natin nag-i-improve na yung kanilang free cash flow. So we expected in the second half of 2020 or third quarter of 2020 na magkaroon ng positive free cash flow ang VLL. So which in this case, pag ganyan, so talagang medyo magkakaroon tayo ng amor sa kanya na talagang pwede natin siyang ilagay sa ating watchlist. Pero alamin natin kung bakit negative free cash flow si VLL in quarterly basis, no? So alamin natin yan, no? Okay? Okay, so titignan natin dito yung report about VLL. Okay? So, courtesy of this data sa CL and Bloomberg, no? So, ang second quarter of 2020 profit ni VLL declined by 66.1%. Okay? Profit. So, VLL second quarter of 2020 net profit decline, okay, of 66.1 year-to-year to 1.06 billion. This was brought about by the 38.4 decline in revenue and a higher effective tax rate of 18.5 versus 3.6% in 2019. So, net income for the first half of 2020 declined by 40% to 3.4 billion, which is better than the COL estimate. Quarter profit ni VLL ay nag-decline ng 66.1% due to the higher tax rate, no? Which is nagkaroon na ng tax rate ng 18.5% versus compare natin siya doon sa previous year na mayroong 3.6% tax rate lang. Okay? And okay, kung i-compare natin yung kanilang revenue, no? From 2019, the second quarter of 2019, meron silang 12.4 billion. And in second quarter of 2020, meron silang 7.668 billion na lang, no? So, meron silang, down sila ng 38.4% of revenue. Okay? In the first half of, while in comparing to first half of 2019, meron silang revenue na 22.6 billion. And now, meron na lang silang 17.6 billion. So, down by 22.3% yung kanilang revenue. Okay? Okay, so yung real estate sales nila down by in a quarterly basis, down sila by negative 44, and in the first half comparison, nakita natin down by 29.1%. Okay? And then the leasing revenue down by negative 37, and in first half comparison down by 4.9. Okay? Okay, while the interest and miscellaneous income is up by 58.7% in quarterly na comparison, and in the first half comparison, up sila by 35.9%. Okay? And then yung kanilang net income in comparison to the quarterly, the second quarter, no? Down sila ng 66.1%. And the first half comparison naman, down by 40.1%. Okay? So this is the contribution, no? Yung mga nag-contribute sa kanila. Okay, so ito naman yung net income breakdown, no? So yung pinakamalaki na nagko-contribute sa kanila is yung leasing activities nila na merong 77% and residential is 23%. Okay? So ngayon nakita na natin yung analysis kung bakit bumaba yung kanilang sales, net income, revenue, no? Alaman na natin, no, kung ano ang nangyari, bakit nagkaroon ng ganitong data si VLL, no? Okay, so proceed tayo sa another analysis, no? So ngayon, ang aalamin naman natin yung earnings per share versus free cash flow per share, okay? So, bakit nga ba natin inaalam, no? Yung earnings per share versus free cash flow per share? Kasi gusto natin i-compare yung quality of earnings na doon sa free cash flow per share. Okay? Kasi gusto natin makita, no? Kaya natin to kino-compare kasi gusto natin makita na there's a big potential na marami pang cash na natitira o cash reserve itong company na pinag-analyze natin. Okay? Then, ayaw naman natin makita sa kanya na sobrang laki ng earnings per share but wala ng free cash flow per share o sobrang baba ng free cash flow per share. So, there's a big difference between earnings per share and free cash flow per share, no? So, yung ayaw natin makita. Okay? So, now, nakita natin in 2019, yung earnings per share niya is 0.87 EPS. Okay? While the free cash flow per share is 0.26. So, there's a big difference ng kanya earnings per share and free cash flow per share. So, ito na yun, no? Ito na yung sinasabi natin kanina. Okay, so in terms naman sa free cash flow yield, so nakita natin na 8%. So, ano siya, no? Para sa atin, it is not a good sign na masasabi natin na bargain siya in terms of free cash flow yield, no? Okay? So, net profit margin nakita natin na mataas naman, 33.8% in 2019. Okay? No, in earnings per share versus free cash flow per share, so medyo talagang ano tayo dyan, negative, no? Negative ang ating sentiment sa kanya. Okay? So, ngayon sa moat analysis naman tayo, no? So, moat analysis, it is popularized by Warren Buffett, no? So, it refers the business ability to maintain competitive advantage over its competitors in order to predict the long-term profit and the market shares from competitors, no? Okay? So, nakikita natin dito, over the years, yung kinalap natin dito is for the past 5 years. So, yung kanilang growth, no? Tititiyan natin dito. So, yung kanilang cash from operating activities, nakikita natin yung growth rate nila is 10, which is good. Earnings per share, nakita natin na 7, which is below our below sa ating 10%. Okay? Book value per share is nasa 7% din over the years. Okay? And then, it is below then, no? Below. And yung net income is 10%. So, it is a good, no? Yung kanilang net income over the years. Ang gusto natin kasi makita sa moat analysis is yung company na 10% pataas, yung compound annual growth sa mga nabanggit sa taas, yung masasabi natin na matibay yung kanilang moat. So, which is in this case, below siya. So, ang i-ano natin siya. Okay, so which in this case, nakikita natin na may mga categories, no, na hindi siya pasok doon sa criteria. So, ang i-rate natin sa kanya is 8 yung kanyang moat analysis, which is good, no? Okay? Then, proceed tayo sa next category. Yung mini-measures naman natin dito, yung management quality ng isang company. So, first, yung ROIC. Okay? So, ang mini-measures natin dito, ang gusto natin makita sa ROIC. Okay? And ang meaning ng ROIC, so, companies that have high ROIC are one that efficiently use the capital that they raise in order to grow the business. Okay? Okay, so over the years, nakikita natin yung kanilang ROIC ay below average siya, no? So, ang gusto natin makita kasi is 10% pataas yung kanilang ROIC. Okay, as a 5% lang, no? So, which in this case, mababa siya. Okay? So, i-compare natin yung ROIC's ROE or Return on Equity. Okay? So, sa Return on Equity, okay, gusto natin makita dito, if ROE is greater than 10 over time, it demonstrates the effectiveness of management in increasing the value of shareholders. So, in short, ang ibig sabihin ng ROE, okay, kung gaano kagaling yung management to handle others people's money to grow and okay, kung gaano kagaling yung management to handle their cash in order to grow the business and in order to make profit. Okay? Okay? So, in 2015, nakikita natin na yung kanilang ROE is 10, which is good. 2016, 11, 2017, 11, 2018, 11. So, na-retain nila for the past 3 years, consecutive 11% is good, no? And in 2019 is nasa 12%, so it is good, no? So, from ROIC to ROE, nakita natin na there's a big difference, no? Mas mataas ang ROE. So, para sa atin, ROIC and ROE, okay, is halos magkatugma lang. So, nakita natin dito na hindi masyado, no? Okay? So, ang rate natin sa kanya is 7 lang. Okay? Based on the data given above and this data given now, no? Okay? So, now, dito naman tayo sa debt analysis. Okay? So, companies' debt-to-earnings ratio with less than 3 years are considered stable because they do not have the large amount of interest expense or debt to service the companies. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin ng debt-to-earnings ratio? No? Ang gusto natin makita dito is gaano kalaki o gaano katagal mababayaran ng company yung kanilang long-term debt, okay, gamit lamang yung kanilang net income. Okay, yun ang gusto natin makita, no? So, ang gusto daw natin makita ay less than 3 years. So, napapansin natin from 2015 to 2019, nakita natin na increasing yung kanilang debt to earnings ratio, which is ayaw natin makita sa company na pinag-investan natin. Na growing yung kanilang debt to earnings ratio. Meaning, yung kanilang interest, long-term interest is hindi nila masyadong namamanage ng maayos. Or marami silang utang, okay? Marami silang utang in a long-term basis, okay? So, medyo red flag tayo dito, super red flag tayo pagdating sa debt analysis sa kanya, no? So, ang ratings natin sa kanya, 1, okay? Kasi, tignan mo, increasing and 12.03 years kaya niyang babayaran niya yung kanyang long-term debt gamit lamang ang net income. Para sa akin, no, it is a red flag para sa akin. Okay? Okay? So, this is the comparison of short-term assets and short-term liabilities and long-term assets and long-term liabilities. Okay? So, this is the financial position of VLL. Okay? VLL short-term assets is nasa 114.5 billion, exceed its short-term liabilities na mayroong 29.57 billion. Okay? Which is maganda na nakikita natin yan. However, the VLL short-term, long-term assets, o yung short-term assets niya, okay, do not cover its long-term liabilities, which is ito, no? So, nakikita natin na medyo talagang yung kanyang in terms of long-term liabilities, sobrang laki ng long-term liabilities niya, no? Okay, ito naman yung debt-to-equity analysis natin sa kanya, no? So, nakikita natin dito yung kanyang debt-equity ratio is 136.2%. Ano ibig sabihin yan? So, ibig sabihin yan, in every 1 peso na ginagamit ni VLL through operation, 136% nun financed by utang. So, lampas-lampas sa 100%. So, gusto kasi natin makita pag nag-a-analyze tayo sa kanyang financial health is 40% pababa lang yung kanyang debt-to-equity ratio. So, which is in this case, sobrang taas na kanyang debt equity ratio na 136.2%, no? Okay, yung BLL debt equity ratio is considered high, no? Kasi nakita natin na 136%. So, sobrang laki, no? Sobrang taas. So, red flag tayo sa kanya. And then, BLL debt to equity ratio has increased from 86.8% to 136.2% over the past 5 years, no? So, talagang increasing yung kanyang debt to equity, no? And yung kanyang BLL operation cash flow is negative. Therefore, debt is not well covered, no? Okay? Nakikita natin na hindi covered ng cash flow yung kanyang liabilities, no? O yung kanyang utang, no? And ang kaganda naman sa kanya is yung VLL, interest payment on its debt are well covered by EBIT, no? Or EBIT by 6.4 times coverage, no? Talaga in overall, talagang sobrang in terms of financial health ni VLL, nakikita natin na medyo red flag tayo ngayon kay VLL about sa financial, sa kanyang pagkakautang, no? Sa kanyang financial health, no? Okay? Kasi nakita natin yung mga ayaw natin makita na scenario, which is nandito kay VLL ngayon about sa financial health niya, no? Okay, and this is the balance sheet snapshot, no? Ayan, nakikita natin yung snapshot, okay? Okay, so ito yung key metrics natin sa kanya, no? Yung metrics natin sa kanya is 8, management rating is 7, and the debt rating is 1. Okay, yung total score is 16, which is, naandito siya, no? Nasa red flag siya. So, meaning, for me, no? So far, no, yung kanilang binigay na data sa atin, hindi na natin ipagpapatuloy yung kanyang analysis sa kanya kasi sa first ano pala natin sa kanyang assessment is hindi na siya doon pumasa sa ating criteria, which is yung MOPE, management and debt analysis rating sa kanya is hindi na pumasa, kaya ititigilan natin yung analysis sa kanya. Ititigilan natin yung analysis sa kanya kasi hindi siya pumasa. So, tignan na natin siya in the quarterly basis kung mag-i-improve yung company na to, no? Or in a yearly basis kung nag-i-improve na yung kanyang management or nababayaran niya na yung utang niya. Okay, kasi ngayon sobrang laki na kanyang kinikater na utang. Okay, so sa panahon ngayon pandemic, so talagang kailangan talaga na strong yung fundamentals, yung utang sobrang baba, which is kailangan tignan natin, pag nag-invest tayo, titignan natin yung kanyang utang kung gaano kalaki. Kasi yung utang ay yung nagpapabankrupt, no, sa isang company. So kapag malaki yung utang, sobrang dami ng utang, diba? Ano mangyayari? So ayun yung tinitignan natin. Okay? So hopefully guys, may natutunan kayo, no, sa video na to, no? Kasi kung ano lang tayo, pipili lang tayo basta-basta ng stocks at hindi natin alam yung fundamentals ng isang company, so baka mahirapan tayo, no? So lagi niyong tatandaan na it's better to analyze, to review the company fundamentals and the management level, no, kung maganda ba, okay, bago tayo mag-invest sa isang company na gusto natin pag-investan. Okay, so and as always, trade well, trade strong, trade smart, and invest wisely. Okay guys?
Hello guys, maraming salamat sa panonood. Sana marami kayo natutunan sa video na to. So kung hindi pa kayo nakaka-subscribe, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell para updated kayo sa mga videos na parating at marami pa kayong matututunan sa channel na ito. So maraming salamat. This is PSE Warrior saying, trade well, trade strong, and trade smart.